What's going on, San Antonio? My name is Mike Jimenez. That's Joe
You're
Garcia.
on mute
This is the
again,
Area
Mike.
210 podcast.
Now we can hear you.
Very nice, man. What's going on? The stream is up and running. MCS General Contracting powering our chat over here on YouTube. We have more than 2,000 subscribers strong. Again, my name is Mike Jimenez. That's Joe Garcia. We talk sports, pop culture, and nostalgia. Here's the thing, Joe. The Spurs got some good news yesterday, right? The good news is the Spurs beat the Mavericks yesterday. Right?
Yeah.
It was a depleted Mavericks team. We had a near triple-double by De'Aaron Fox. That's the good news. The bad news, Joe, is that I woke up this morning realizing that there's a very good chance Stephon Castle's not going to win Rookie of the Year. Joe, there's something about me that a lot of people don't like, is that I see things happening before they actually develop, Joe. And I can see this happening. I can see the Rookie of the Year being taken away from Stephon Castle. Last week, we said what? Just to get the 65 games played. You need 65 games played in order to qualify for Rookie of the Year. That it was inevitable. But after what has transpired over the past week, Joe, I would take a flyer on somebody who was 20-1 odds on Friday, and this morning is now 16-1 odds to win Rookie of the Year. We're going to get into that, Joe. Is it inevitable that Stephon Castle is Rookie of the Year? Because I'm going to tell you what, Joe. I think that about 2 weeks from now, we're going to go on NBA.com, and we're going to see the rookie ladder, and we're going to see Castle at number 2. Very, 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 very interesting development going on. Joe, we're going to get into the Dallas Cowboys. Look at them making some trades, pulling off some trades. And, today is also a birthday edition of this show. It is the 30th anniversary of my 18th birthday. I turned 48 years old today. So happy birthday to me. But, Joe, there's an elephant in the room that you want to address. We were talking about it before the show. We missed a show yesterday. We missed a couple of shows the week before. People have been coming after me saying, Jimenez, it's because you're Space City Jimenez and all of this stuff. And, Joe, you kind of felt the need to kind of put the issue to rest a little bit and kind of get something off your chest.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. But before I do that, just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. Appreciate you for being a partner here in what we're doing, with the Area 210 podcast and the Alamo City Podcast Network. It's been a hell of a ride. I've been here through your ups, your downs, and all that kind of stuff, but couldn't ask for a better on-air partner here, man. So happy birthday to you, brother.
Appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, so the elephant in the room that we're going to address is the reason that we've been off, a couple times here and there over the last couple of weeks, and that has nothing to do with Mike. It has a lot to do with me. What I'm dealing with right now is a lot of mental health things. I'm going through depression, going through anxiety. I'm seeing a therapist, trying to better myself, even doing what I do for a living now, getting a promotion at work. I can't tell you all what I do, but I can say that what I do helps keep us all safe here, because I hold a clearance and I have a job that requires a lot of my attention. And I do a lot of things out there to help keep the nation safe over with the Department of Homeland Security and what I'm doing there in my new role. So given all these things that have been changes for me, I have to go and see somebody now for my mental health, and just, something that we don't talk about enough, but it is instrumental that you do take care of yourself, because you don't want to necessarily go down a dark path or anything like that. And I've had friends of mine that have succumbed to depression, anxiety, and have committed suicide and whatnot, no longer here. So rather than, go down that dark path, I decided to address the issue, and take care of myself. So that's the reason that we're not here all the time. It's not because of Mike. It has more to do with what I'm dealing with. So I appreciate you guys and your patience in all this.
Very, very nice, man. I'm glad that you are getting some help when it comes to things. I know, Joe, that when we first started this podcast almost 2 years ago, I started it for a while. We were on fire, right? But then I had an issue going on with my separation, which leads to the divorce and all that stuff. And I suffered from depression and I needed to have help and I had anxiety and all that stuff. So I had to go get that as well. That's what's most important, man. That's what's most important is for us
Mm.
to take care of ourselves and just do what's right, right? Just put ourselves in a good position health wise because
Yeah.
our health starts to suffer, right? We are dedicated to this podcast, whether I'm in San Antonio, Conroe, Dallas, wherever. We're going to be doing a show, right? That's the thing. I'll be in studio on Monday.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where life happens, man, and life takes us
Yes.
in different directions. But
Mike, your business is growing by leaps and bounds, and there's nothing wrong with that
yeah,
because you've worked really hard to get to where you're at. I'm nothing but proud of you and happy for you and everything that you're doing. So I'm always going to support you, and regardless of what happens, and we're always going to do the show in some capacity. It might not that we're able to do it every single day because life is happening right now, but nonetheless, the time that we do devote to you guys, we're giving you our time. We're here. We're engaged. We're going to have fun talking with you all. We miss talking with you all. We miss the banter.
yeah, we do, we do. We have a Tex-Mex Frank in the house. A $5 super chat coming in. Joe, go ahead and read it, my man.
He's saying, birthday grito for Lululemon wearing Mike. Get better, brother Joe. Appreciate you, Tex Mex Frank. Really do, man. Appreciate you guys too, all the support that you give us. But he paid for the grito, so we got to give him the grito.
Very
Por presumir a mis amigos les conté que en el amor.
Ah, yes, the birthday grito. Thank you so much, Tex-Mex Frank, for that. It's going to be a good day, Joe. It's going to be a good show. And here's
Yeah.
the thing, Joe. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news,
Oh,
but
no.
are we going to talk about the Rookie of the Year award, or are we going to talk about the fact that the Spurs won last night? Which one is the more tasty topic for you, Joe?
I'd probably say, Stefan Castle, man. And, him maybe, like you said, maybe not being the front runner now for Rookie of the Year. Before he was just running away with it, but now with Zachary Rees-Sarchet, should I say, coming up, and having a really great finish to the season here, Stefan Castle, he has some competition, man. He needs to go ahead and bring his A
does.
game.
He does have some competition, and it's funny because I'm looking at the Rookie of the Year odds, and the other day I saw that the odds for Stefan Castle were at minus 450. And I did a calculation on that. Minus 450 says that he has an 82 to 83% chance of winning the award.
Exactly.
Jalen Wells of the Grizzlies is number 2. Zachary
Mhm.
Rees-Sarchet is number 3. I'm gonna bet you, Joe, that Rees-Sarchet is going to be the front runner in about 2 weeks.
Well, here's the thing. So this was last updated by Oddshark, right, on the 5th of March. And at that time, Mike, just to go and show you where it was at, Stefan Castle, the odds, minus 225, right? Jalen Wells, plus 350. Zach Edey, plus 1,400. Zachary Rees-Sarchet, plus 1,600. What
Right.
a difference a couple of weeks makes, right?
He's making a move, Joe. And
Yeah.
here's the thing: it's screwing the Spurs over in 2 ways, right? Not only is this potentially taking the award away from Stefan Castle, but the second thing is that Atlanta winning screws the Spurs over when it comes to the upcoming draft because the Spurs have their unprotected first round pick, which for the entire season up until about a week ago was looking like a top 11, 12 pick.
Yeah.
But now Atlanta's won 4 in a row. Atlanta has won 6 out of 10. Atlanta is now knocking on the door of the 6th spot to make the playoffs. And guess who starts at small forward for that team?
Oh,
Zachary Rees-Sarchet. Right?
baby hands. Remember, he has
So-
baby hands.
So what's more impressive, Joe? I mean, let's just talk about it just as a sports fan. Take the black and silver goggles off.
Yeah.
What's more impressive? Stefan Castle being the 10th man on a Spurs team that is going to be the 8th or 9th worst team in the NBA? Or is it more impressive to be a starting small forward for a team that is making the playoffs, potentially getting to 500? Joe, Atlanta right now, looking at the standings right now, is 2 games under 500. They're 2 games under 500. And the stat lines between Rees-Sarchet and Castle are pretty similar. I'm looking at this, Joe, and I know that Castle balled out during the All-Star break, right? He was runner-up for the slam dunk competition, got a lot of respect when it came to all that. But Atlanta, a bigger market team, 32-34, the number 7 seed in the Eastern Conference. So let's compare the stats, Joe. Stephon Castle right now averages 13.4 points per game, 3.2 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Zachary Reese-Archet, very similar. His stat line has improved to 11.6, 3.6 rebounds, 1.2 assists. So from a stats perspective, Castle averages 2 points more. From a stats perspective, he averages 2 assists more, right? Maybe even a little bit more when it comes to steals. But what does Reese-Archet have, Joe? He has wins. He's a starter. And there are less than 20 games left in the season, Joe. And Reese-Archet is starting to put up some numbers. Now, the last game against Charlotte only had 8 points, but before that, he had 22 against Philadelphia. He had 22 points, 8 rebounds against Philadelphia. Back on March 3rd, he was 11 for 13, shooting at 27 points against Memphis on the road. 19 points against a good Detroit team a couple of weeks ago. Now, don't get me wrong, just like yesterday where Castle only had, 8 points yesterday, he has those games too. The rookies are inconsistent. But I think, Joe, the sentiment's going to be Castle is a bench player for a bad team. And I believe that there will be sentiment there for Reese-Archet to be considered the front runner down the stretch. Now, I think that Castle has the edge right now. If they were gonna call it right now and say, "Hey, season's over, who's a rookie of the year?" It's Stephon Castle, right? But this is kind of like a horse race, Joe. And if you've ever been to Retama Park back in the day when there was a horse race, sometimes a horse gets out, and what happens down the stretch? And down the stretch they come. A horse comes from behind and wins at the end.
Yeah.
The front runner at the end. And Joe, I'm looking at what's going on, Joe, and no one sees it. Spurs fans are blind to this. Spurs fans are oblivious to this, and I think Spurs fans are looking around thinking to themselves, well, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. Castle. Here's the thing, Joe. Being runner-up at the slam dunk competition pays no bearing on rookie of the year. Guess what, Joe? Being the MVP of the rookie sophomore thing doesn't matter. It doesn't. I mean, maybe it matters when it comes to like sentiment, but technically it doesn't count. Joe, we're going to have a strong conversation 2 weeks from now, unless what? Castle balls out. Castle ball out the next
what do
month.
they have right now, Mike? How many games they have left? They had 19 coming into, and they were playing the Mavericks yesterday. Now, after they played the Mavericks, I think they're more like 18 games left in the regular season. It looks more and more likely, De'Aaron Fox, what he's talking about with the media addressing, his finger issue. They're going to be going to LA. He's going to go see the doctor. He was even hinting that he might have surgery on his finger that same day. If that's the case, he's probably they're going to wind up shutting him down at that point in time. There's going to be an argument that can be made that Castle's going to get more run now in the absence of Fox. That could actually help his cause. And right now he's running away with rookie of the year. He does have some strong competition with Reese-Archet coming up through the ranks. But ultimately, I got to say that I think that Castle will do enough to finish the season out strong, where he'll still go ahead and win the rookie of the year. And when you're looking at it, and the viewers are right here, when you're looking at overall records, it doesn't really have a lot of bearing in my eyes when it comes to the rookie of the year nominee, as far as who's going to win it. You're just getting the best rookies in that draft class that have performed well throughout the season. I still think that Castle is the favorite to win, but he does have some strong competition coming up here from Reese-Archet, making a strong case for himself to finish the year out strong. But ultimately,
Castle is the favorite.
Yeah.
Castle is the favorite, right? But to quote Coming to America, wins don't matter. Remember, James? And he goes, "Who told you that? Who told you that?" Okay. Wins may not matter because everyone in the stream right now is saying, "Okay, well, What about Chet versus Wemby? Wemby was by far the better player. So that's a bad argument, right? Chet Holmgren was the leader of the Rookie of the Year race on December 31st last season.
Yeah.
Then Wemby did that stuff on him there at the Frost Bank Center and ran away with the award and had more points, more rebounds, more blocks, more assists, more everything, right? So to say that Chet versus Wemby is actually not right because Wemby was by far the better player. We all could visually see it.
Yeah.
When you take a look at what's going on with Wemby, with Reece Shea versus Castle, the problem that you have as a Spurs fan is when you look at this, you might say, well, wins don't matter. To who? To who? I understand that the Rookie of the Year oftentimes goes to a player that is on a bad team. I get that because typically the Rookie of the Year is a lottery player.
Yeah, it's an individual award, you know.
Right, but Joe, what if the stats are comparable? What if it's 13 points per game for Castle and 12.5 points per game for Reece Shea, and Atlanta's a 500 team, and Reece Shea's a starter starting 32 minutes a game?
Or we can look at another stat you like to quote. What is that? Your favorite stat, Mike?
Half the time EFG, both of them, and both of them are relatively close because Castle is shooting right now 42% from the field, if I'm not mistaken, and Reece Shea is at 43.8.
Well, according to Basketball Reference, right, effective field goal shooting percentage from Reece Shea is 51.2%, and Castle is at 47.4%.
Dude, you heard it here first, dude. Castle's not going to win this award.
No, Mike, come on, man. You're capping hard today, bro.
Joe, sometimes, Joe, I see it happening before it happens.
What are you going to say, Mike? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is what it is. Look, we got a $10 super chat incoming here from Sam Salinas. He's putting out here, he's saying, there's a Rookie of the Year every year. You can name them. Can you tell me how many? Mm-hmm.
What percentage of them went on to become superstars? How many superstars didn't win Rookie of the Year? Rookie of the Year doesn't matter in the big picture. I disagree. I would say that probably more than half of the Rookie of the Year winners became All-Stars. So let's go ahead and visit that. NBA Rookie of the Year by year, right? So last year, who was Rookie of the Year last year, right? It was our boy. It was Victor Wembanyama, right? So Wemby won Rookie of the Year last year. David Robinson won Rookie of the Year. Tim Duncan won Rookie of the Year. So to say that it doesn't matter does matter because they actually become decent players. Now, there was at one time about 12 years ago that Malcolm Brogdon won Rookie of the Year, but that was a bad rookie campaign when it came to it all. But it does matter. They all become good players. And I'm looking at the Rookies of the Year of recent years, right? Tell me if these guys were good players or not. Wemby, All-Star. Paolo Banchero, All-Star. Scotty Barnes, very good player. LaMelo Ball, All-Star. John Morant, All-Star. Luka Doncic, All-Star. Ben Simmons, enigma, but wasn't All-Star. Malcolm Brogdon, sucks. Karl Anthony Towns, All-Star. Andrew Wiggins, Michael Carter-Williams, Dame Lillard, All-Star. Kyrie Irving, All-Star. Blake Griffin, All-Star. There was Tyreek Evans, Derrick Rose, Kevin Durant, Brandon Roy. Chris Paul was an Rookie of the Year. Emeka Okafor, LeBron James, Amari Stoudemire, Paul Gasol, Steve Francis, Mike Miller, Elton Brand, Vince Carter, Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, Jason Kidd, Grant Hill, Chris Webber, Shaquille O'Neal, Larry Johnson, David Robinson, Mitch Richmond. Yeah, Rookies of the Year become big players. Rookies of the Year oftentimes become All-Stars. Probably 2/3 of them become All-Stars. And a lot of them become future Hall of Famers. So it is a big deal.
Yeah.
It is a big deal. And Joe, I just look at what's going on with the Spurs right now, circling the drain. And a lot of people are on our chat. I think it was July 26th saying, well, Castle's defense is better. Do we know that? I mean, I don't think we all focus. I don't think we all focus on Reece Shea's overall game.
Yeah, I think when it comes to overall defense, I think you can see that Castle's defense is better than Zachary's, except that the thing is with Zachary, he's better, a little bit better on the offensive side than Castle is when it comes.
He's more efficient.
Yeah.
He's more efficient. And I just think, Joe, if Atlanta keeps winning, it's going to screw the Spurs over twice. And nobody wants to hear it, Joe. Nobody wanted to hear from me, Joe, when I said the Spurs should tank for Wemby, right? But who was right? Who was right? Who was right when I said, hey, the Spurs really need to draft that Alperen Şengün guy? Who was right when I said that the Spurs
and they passed on him?
That the Spurs should not be playing Jeremy Sohan as point guard. Who was right when it came to that? Who was right when before the draft, months before the draft, saying the Spurs should draft Stephon Castle?
Yeah.
Some things I say are popular, some things I say are unpopular. But guess what, Joe? More often than not, they become true. They become fact. And if we see a Stephon Castle like we saw yesterday, who struggled yesterday, teams are starting to realize they're not biting on that pump fake anymore. If we see him getting 8, 10, 12 points per game, 8, 10, 12, 8, 10, 12, 8, 10, 12, the last 15, 20 games of the season, he ain't going to win it. He ain't going to win it. And Spurs fans are going to look up and go, Jimenez, you're just being a hater. No, I just know how this works.
Oh, I like Leja's comment. You were right because this staff sucks. Congrats, you played yourself.
Yeah, I used the "you played yourself" reference on Twitter yesterday, so he's bringing it back. I like it.
I love it. I love it.
So, Tavarius is asking the question: why should Zachary get it over Wells from the Grizzlies? Wells, Wells isn't flashy, dude. Wells is he's a very good player. He's a solid player. He's just not flashy. That's what I think it is. And also, no one is giving Wells the reason that the Grizzlies are doing so well, right? I mean, you look at Ja, you look at all the different stars they have around them. That's why they're winning, right? Zachary Sarceas has been integral in the wins that Atlanta's getting, and he's getting high praise from a lot of NBA players around the league. So there's that. Joe, let's show that video. Let's lighten the mood a little bit when it comes to it all.
Video of what?
Of what happened to Stephon Castle last night after the game at the Frost Bank Center. So for those of you who don't know, apparently this was all started by Mamu. It's weird for there to be a little bit of rookie hazing.
All right, here
but the video that was released last night shows Stephon Castle in the arena as they're taking him to his car. He wanted to fight. He wanted to fight Blake Wesley.
He's playing, dude. He's playing.
They took the wheels off his car.
Oh.
Sohan there, not even showered, still in full uniform out there, laughing about it. Castle posted this, or this was posted on Devin Vassell's Instagram page.
Look at
got him.
Oh, dude. The only thing that could have topped this off if they would have filled the inside of the car with some cereal or something, dude.
Yeah. That's brutal.
How you getting home, Rook?
Now, the Spurs were saying after the game that Castle is not somebody that is subject to a lot of rookie hazing. Yeah. There's a lot of rookie hazing that goes along especially in the NFL, right, where they trick these players into spending tens of thousands of dollars on a dinner. That should be outlawed in all of the NFL, right? Yeah. This, I guess, is fine as long as they don't mess with his car as far as like damage it. I hope it's okay, right?
He's fine, dude. He got money. He'll be all right.
Yeah, but that was kind of funny. Spurs won last night. They beat a depleted Mavericks team, a team that they lost to just the other day as well.
Yeah, they probably figured out, hey, they only got 8 guys on their team. Maybe we can actually do better this time.
Well, De'Aaron Fox balled out, man. De'Aaron Fox is doing it with one hand. Like, there was this one play in the second quarter where De'Aaron Fox was trying to do a putback from 1 foot away, and he couldn't get handles of the ball, and he missed a shot, got a rebound, put it back up, and missed it again. And it wasn't missing it because there were little bunnies that he was missing. You could tell he couldn't grip the ball because he has a damaged, I believe, is his left hand. But the Spurs pulled off a victory at the Frost Bank Center.
Your nephew come in here and tell you happy birthday.
Appreciate it, Nate. Appreciate it, brother. Spurs last night beat the Mavericks 126-116 at the Frost Bank Center. A near triple-double for De'Aaron Fox. He was one rebound away. De'Aaron Fox went out there, had 11 assists to go along with 32 points and 9 rebounds. Big games off the bench for Keldon Johnson and Jeremy Sohan, both of them with 18 points off the bench. Castle only had 8. Devin Vassell had 16 points, was looking good early on, but then kind of tailed off down the stretch. Did have 10 rebounds, though, and 6 assists, so he had himself a game. Spurs won 126-116. The win lifts the record to 27-37. Spurs have now fallen back to the number 9 spot in the draft, going into the lottery. That means that the Spurs' chances of making the top 4 last night dropped from 26% down to 20% because of the victory over the Mavericks. But, there's more losing to do.
He brings up a good point. He goes, that Mavs team has better young pieces than we do, surprisingly. You know what? Let's say an 8-man roster Mavs team that's been decimated by injury just beat the Spurs team a few nights ago.
No, JHNSB, I appreciate a hot take from time to time, but that ain't a good one, dude. That ain't a good one.
Well, what I'm just,
let me shoot that one down, okay?
What I'm just saying, look, an 8-man roster, right? An 8-man roster Mavs team beat the Spurs a couple nights ago. The Spurs finally put things together. They played a better game. They played better in the fourth quarter and everything to go ahead and get this win convincingly. They didn't give them a chance to kind of sneak in there. I'm glad they were able to go ahead and get the win. They should have done that 2 nights ago. I don't know what happened. I guess they just weren't feeling it, but great that they got the win. It should be 2 wins in a row against the Mavericks.
It should be. I mean, there's nothing to say that the Spurs shouldn't have won both of those games. But the fact of the matter is that it's hard to take anything from these games, man, because who cares? Like, none of these games matter because Wemby's not there. Kind of like last year at this point last season when Vassell and Sohan missed the last month of the year because of injury. Spurs were winning games that didn't matter because part of the core wasn't there. So whether the Spurs win or lose, Joe, doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I take nothing out of it. The only thing, I guess take that back. The only thing I take out of these games is who's hustling and who has desire out there, right?
Yeah.
And we're looking more and more, Joe, Spurs fans falling back in love with a particular player.
Who's that?
Just when you thought that we were all done with him.
Look who comes walking through that door.
It's like an ex-girlfriend who just is looking good, man. It's kind of like
she comes in to the bar walking around in the little black dress, lost a couple pounds, got her hair and makeup done, and you look at her, everybody's looking at her, you're like, damn, she looking fine.
She looking fine. She looking fine. Maybe we got to revisit this again. It was toxic for a little bit. But Keldon Johnson, the dude's been balling out for the better part of a month and a half. Here in the last, 12 games of Keldon Johnson, 18 points against the Mavericks, 28 against the Mavericks, 13 against the T-Wolves, 11 against the Kings, against Brooklyn, 15, OKC, 7, Magic, 15, the Heat, 22, New Orleans, 18. The brothers averaging like 17 points per game off the bench the last last 10 games. Joe, here's the last 10 game stat line for Keldon Johnson. 15.8 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 58.7 from the field, including 42% from 3. Joe, his EFG is like 70% these days.
Everybody's asking July 26th. He's saying, where was this Keldon Johnson earlier in the season? No shit, dude. Where was this Keldon Johnson?
But it's not just like 2 or 3 or 4 games. This has been like the last 15 to 18 games since the start of the year. Keldon Johnson's been on fire.
Maybe he's playing right now because he's like, you know what? Please don't trade me. I want to be here for another season. He doesn't want to be gone in the offseason via, some type of trade package. They send him away, with somebody else.
I got to find his EFG, Joe. I really
Oh,
gotta find it
God, no, man. The
because
EFC is a hard cap, man.
Joe, it matters, Joe.
Look at we
This
got a 4.99 incoming super chat from Mario
holy
Cavazos.
okay,
Let's read it.
Joe.
Mm-hmm.
His EFG is 54.4%. Do you know what his career high is?
What is it?
54.5, which is when we all loved him back in the day. He's having his best season ever. So Kelvin Johnson, wait, is this true? Is Keldon having the best season of his career? How do we all? I know he's averaging 12.5 points per game. He had 22 points per game a few years ago. I get that, right? But I'm talking from an efficiency standard because when he averaged 22 points per game, he was playing 33 minutes. He's playing 23 minutes a game now.
Yeah.
From a pure efficiency standpoint, per 36, this might be the best season he's ever had. And he's playing his role right.
Yeah.
Okay, Keldon, you can come back next year. We're fine.
Look
Super
at
chat coming in.
Mario Cavazos, man. He's putting Michael de Nostradam will be the Atlanta pick. And that will be, I guess he's saying that'll be wind up being the Atlanta pick at number 14 or 16. He says, happy birthday, big dog.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, Mario. Fantastic, man. Looking at the Spurs pick right now, again, because the Spurs beat the Mavericks yesterday, we dropped to number 9 in the order right now, but we have the same number of wins as Portland. So actually, no, the Spurs dropped to number 10. Jesus. So now the Spurs odds of getting in the top 4 went from 26% yesterday down to 14.
No.
From 1 in 4 chance to a 1 in 7 chance. And that Atlanta pick dropped to number 16. If Atlanta starts making moves in the playoffs, starts making noise in the playoffs, that pick might go to 20.
You know what we need to do, Mike? I was thinking about this the other day. I need to reach out to Pledge, man. We need him on the show sometime next week if we can get him. It's been quite some time since we had Pledge on the show. You know, the Spurs season is coming to an end. I want to hear what he has to say about the Spurs. You know, they've been kind of decimated by injury. Fox, he might be out for the rest of the season if he goes ahead and gets that, you know, surgery that he needs on his finger. But I want to hear what Pledge's thoughts so far of the small sample size, you know, of Wemby and Fox.
Yeah, I love Pledger, man. Pledger was on Facebook today wishing me a happy birthday, posting a lot of photos of us from over the years. That was really, really cool, man. Pledger's a good friend.
Let's see what we get him.
Yeah, we'll get him in soon enough. Let's give some love to our good friends over at MCS General Contracting.
Yeah. MCS General Contracting, more than 30 years of combined experience in concrete placement. They are the best in the business, honest pricing, high quality work. They get going on house foundations, driveways, concrete patio decks. If you want to extend the deck, extend the driveway. If you're a business and you need to put together a slab, a parking lot, or other concrete placement services or sidewalks, reach out to MCS General Contracting at 210-774-9155. They're confident in their skills, so give Chris Leha over at MCS General Contracting a call at 210-774-9155. And thank you for being a sponsor of this show.
That Diamond Hard Concrete, baby, helps out, man. I'm selling my house right now, and nothing helps better than getting your patio looking good, man. Looking nice and tight, like a nice haircut, baby. And they helped me out, man. MCS General Contracting, 210-774-9155. They extended my patio. They built a sidewalk at my house. Looked very, very nice. People have gone by there and said, hey, this looks good. So guess who did it? MCS. They do not only residential, they do business, they do government work as well. Over at Randolph Air Force Base the other day. Fantastic job, man. They do it right, man. From the very,
Mike,
very, very beginning.
I was going to ask you about this. I don't know if you saw this or not, but, you know, being that Christopher Leha is part of one of the founders of the USOA, United Socios of America, got to do this in his honor, man. Do you see
that? Yeah. So Major League Baseball is coming out with alternative caps, and I forgot the name of like how they're doing this, but each team has like their logo that's imprinted in the middle of it. And they've moved the Texas Rangers cap out of circulation because it spells out tetas. They erased the X, or they put the T in front of the X. And tetas. You know him. We love him. Joe, I need
Hey,
to find this hat, Joe.
I need to wear this hat, bro. Like for real, man. This is like something that would have sold so hard, man. Can you imagine the Rangers fans? They would have been out there in masses, dude, wearing these hats.
So
Everyone would have been wearing them.
they put this logo, right? The logo on the very top. The Angels moves the A to the middle, and it spells anals.
And that's
And
okay.
and the Houston one, they put the H in the front, and it spells assholes. ASHOSS. ASHOS. It says assholes on it. Exciting stuff, dude.
Can you
Exciting
imagine, dude? You know this hat's gonna be out there in the pulga somewhere, dude. I'm gonna go buy one.
No,
I
it's
got
gonna be a
it.
hot commodity, dude. It's gonna be one of those ones where it's gonna be elevated in price because they're hard to find, man. This is fantastic.
We gotta get a hat for Chica, man. The one that says assholes, She'll get it and throw it. She'll be like, "What is that, man?" But no, serious talk though. One thing that I was gonna want to do for you for your birthday, man. Let me go ahead and buy you lunch, you and Chica, dude. Y'all can go eat
Nice.
something. Yeah.
We'll be in town on Monday. So check this out, dude. Chica bought tickets to go see the Astros. So the regular season gets going in a couple of weeks, and they're going to be playing at what used to be called Minute Maid. The fact that Minute Maid Park is no longer Minute Maid Park is kind of weird. But we're going to go watch the Giants game. It's going to be on Monday afternoon over here in the Houston area. The weird thing about that is I left it to her to go buy the tickets, right? And I'm like, babe, what tickets did you get? And I'm looking, she got really good tickets, right, along the first base side.
Nice.
And it reminded me of you, Joe, because Joe, she's like, we don't go to Astros games very often, maybe 2 or 3 times a year. I can sit in with the peasants.
Hey, no lies detected, dude. I mean, we're of a certain age already, dude. You don't want to be down there with everybody, man. Come on, Mike. We ain't sitting with the fucking peasants no more, dude. Fuck that, dude.
That's so funny, dude. That's
We
so
work
funny.
too hard. We work too hard to look at price tags now. We're just gonna go out there, go have a good time. You don't often go, but when you go, make it count, right?
Yeah. You know what pissed me off, Joe? You know what pissed me off this week?
What?
I have been talking about concerts. I went to go see Babyface last weekend. It was fantastic. I bought tickets to see Jelly Roll in San Antonio for May at the Alamo Dome.
Let me
I
get it.
bought tickets to see Chris Stapleton in Philadelphia in June,
Hey, guess
right?
what?
And guess what? Those mother effers are coming to San Antonio for a free
Oh, for
concert.
free.
What the hell happened? They finally made the announcement as far as the Final Four March Madness concert series downtown because San Antonio is hosting the Alamo the Final Four. And first night, which is a Friday night, what is it? April 4th.
Yeah.
Pitbull, Dale, Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide is going to be the 8:45 concerts. Doshi opening up. My daughter loves Doshi. She performed over at the Grammys a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Saturday, April 5th, T-Pain. Nice. That's going to be a 5:30 show along with Jelly Roll at 7:15. And then on Sunday night, you got Benson Boone, who I can't stand Benson Boone. That guy, that song that he sings, it's like so famous right now, which every little boy and girl likes, dude. I don't know why. Like, you listen to 7 and 8-year-olds just sing that song of his. Effing hate that song. He gets on stage at 5 o'clock. Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Sweats comes on at 6:45, and then the future legend in the making, country superstar Chris Stapleton, takes the stage at 8:45. That's a pretty good lineup, Joe. I don't think it's a great lineup. I'll give it a B+.
It's all right. I mean, the headliners that you really have here are going to be Chris Stapleton, the Jelly Roll, T-Pain, and on Friday, everybody's going to want to see Doshi. People are going to get up and come out for Pitbull. It's just not my cup of tea, man. Dale and all that. Nah, bro, I'm all right. I'm good.
No, man. I knew my rent was going to be late 3 weeks ago.
Bro, I'm good.
No, I of all 3 nights, I'm going to go to the Friday night one. I want to go see Pitbull. That's
Here's
the
the
one I want to say.
thing that, Mario Cavazos brings up too. You got to get there early, man. And the thing is, the gates open 2:30 for a reason. If you wait any longer, you're going to be out there in a long ass line because they actually count people. So they're going to be like, all right, well, you're going to have to wait till two people come in. They're going to let two people in. It's tit for tat. It's like two people come in, two people go out, that kind of stuff. Four people come out, four people can go in. They have a really strong cap for, fire safety hazards or whatever. Fire marshals and all that only want so many people at the venue at any given time. But if you're a Capital One card holder, they have like a Capital One area there, lounge or something like that. And if they'll go through the line when you're standing in line, they're going to ask, are you a Capital One card holder? If you are, you can just skip to the front of the line and go to the Capital One lounge and you show them your card and boom, you're there. So I'm going to do that. My daughter was also telling me that if you're a Capital One card holder, that you can get into that NCAA Fan Fest that they have for free. So I got to look into that, man.
Yeah, Capital One does a fantastic job out there. I have gone to these concerts 3 times. Actually, no, just twice. I went to the Final Four one they had here in San Antonio when it was Maroon 5 and One Republic. They performed downtown for the Final Four last time they were here. I went to the one in Dallas, and the Killers performed with that. They also shared the stage with Tim McGraw. They shared the stage with LL Cool J. That was a great day, dude. LL Cool J in the morning, Tim McGraw in the afternoon, and the Killers at night. That was a great show.
Imagine Dragons they had a good set as well.
Yeah. So this is a great thing for the city of San Antonio. This is going to be our last Final Four unless we do something big, right? Unless we do something.
Blow up the Alamo Dome, man. That's the only way you're going to get them back here again.
Alamo Dome is never going to be blown up. That's a paid-off facility. You got to renovate the living crap out
I
of
only
it.
can hope that Mother Nature, maybe we'll have an earthquake in San Antonio. Just crack that some bitch right in half.
No, the only thing the only sporting venue that's been cracked in half by Mother Nature is that tornado that ripped through Retama Park. And that scoreboard still ain't back up.
Still down. Hey, Mike, we got to start planning, dude, sometime here. We got to go ahead and plan to go to an SAFC game.
True.
They want us there, man. We got to go out there and support. So we're going to have to try to coordinate that, make that happen. Maybe you bring Chica. She can enjoy it too. As long as there's some drinks, I know Chica's going to have a good time with you there.
My girl.
You're going to have food.
My girl, she likes the sauce, dude. She likes the drink, man.
Yeah,
and she doesn't overindulge too much, but she likes to drink. We went to Lake Charles, and my goodness, man, we were double fisting doubles at the Babyface concert.
Were they free?
Oh no, man! So they're free inside the casino when you're playing, right? Free. But you go to the bar over there, and we didn't want to go get one drink and then be done with it in 5 minutes and have to go again. So I went up to the bartender and I was like, I'll have 4 double Tito's and soda. Right?
Yeah. Hey, look at this, man.
How much, Joe, do you think that was? 4 drinks, but they're both doubles.
Oh, 4 drinks. Oh, $80?
$86, Joe.
Yeah. That sounds
Thank you, drive-through. Thank you, drive-through.
Yeah.
Tex-Mex Frank with a $10 super chat coming on in. He says
an idea possible Area 210 representation at the 2025 Mike Taylor Barbecue on May 17th. Area 210 barbecue team. Nobody shut up. I'm there. I'll be there with Texican and Texas Chica caps. He goes, tip the birthday boy.
Very nice, man. Tex-Mex Frank, we appreciate it. I got to meet you there at the Mike Taylor event. That was in 2023 that I went to on that one. I was one of the judges of the chicken event over there. Man, that was some good stuff, dude. That was some good stuff. Our good friend Carolina Teague was also out there. Ernie Zuniga, Chuck McAtinnick, a lot of big media names from around town out there.
I like the conversations that we had, private conversations. We're going to keep them private with Chuck McAtinnick and Ernie Zuniga and all those guys out there talking sports and stuff. Because, they have to say certain things while they're on there. But when you get them to share what they really feel, that's when the real meat and potatoes comes out. And that's the good talk, dude. Bunch of great guys, man, by the way, too. Shout out to Hutch, man. I hadn't seen Hutch in I don't know how many years. He shaved his beard off a little bit. I'm used to Hutch having the big, long beard. But great for
Mhm.
him and his wife Val still being able to be involved with the Mike Taylor barbecue. Hutch is a great guy, and so is his wife. So shout out to them, man.
Very nice, very nice. Let's get some love to Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's Five. I should be recording an episode today, Joe. So
Yeah, after the show.
hopefully I'll be on tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be on tomorrow. So very cool. So this is Jeff Garcia with the coverage of the Spurs, silver and black. Let's give him some love.
Locked On Spurs is your daily Spurs podcast, hosted by Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Jeff has a healthy plethora of guests all the time on the Locked On Spurs podcast. You can also follow Jeff on threads at Jeff G Ken's 5 SA. You can also follow Jeff on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. So make sure you go ahead and give Jeff a follow not only on threads and Twitter, but also on YouTube at youtube.com/@Locked On Spurs. This is where you're going to be able to find the replay of the Locked On Spurs podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah, go to at Jeff G Spurs Zone for all your silver and black news. He has a lot of interviews from last night's game. Again, the Spurs beat the Mavericks, dropping from number 8 in the lottery down to number 10 before the ping pong balls get going. On top of that, he has a reaction from the players after Stephon Castle got messed with, right? He got hazed yesterday.
Mhm.
They took the wheels off of his car. He wanted to throw a punch at Blake Wesley, which was funny. So go to at Jeff G Spurs Zone to learn more about that. And again, I should be on tomorrow when it comes to Locked On Spurs. We have a new draft super chat coming on in.
Yeah, we do. So I'm going to go ahead and show that. Just saw that right before we went ahead and gave a shout out to Jeff. So let's go ahead and go down here and address that. Incoming super chat from the Drew Show. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate you, man.
He says,
go ahead.
Yeah, he says, still room on the Texans bandwagon, guys. My team making moves. Dallas continues to lose. You ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till the draft. Texans are making moves, but Joe, the Cowboys are too. I mean, they pulled off a couple of trades over the weekend, Joe, and I'm not saying that they are big name players, but what they're doing is they're picking up players that were highly touted coming out of college, first round pick, a second round pick that didn't pan out with the first team that they were with, right? They come around and they start picking up players. Like so one of the players they got was Kaiir Elam. So here's the thing. Kaiir Elam, Kenneth Murray, both of them were first rounders recently. Elam had a good start to his career. So they're picking up talented guys that were talents in college that were highly touted and bringing them on in in the cheap. Dallas acquired cornerback Kaiir Elam in a trade with the Buffalo Bills. They didn't give up much, Joe. It was a swapping of picks.
Not bad, not bad.
And they picked up linebacker Kenneth Murray in a trade with the Tennessee Titans. So for Elam, the Cowboys are sending a 2025 fifth-round pick and a 2026 seventh-round pick, so late-round picks. But they're also getting a sixth-rounder in return. So that's pretty interesting. And then Dallas and Tennessee are swapping late-round picks as well as part of their deal. Murray was picked 23rd overall in the first round back in 2020. And Elam was also a first-round draft pick in 2022, also picked in the 20s as well.
Did you see this happening too? I just saw this. I was kind of been out of it a little bit, but I'm catching up here. And look at what happened here. Former Cowboys running back Rico Dowdle. He was signed with the Panthers apparently here.
Yeah. Okay, so I was going back and forth with James Espinosa, who's a radio guy in Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
And he was all excited about the Cowboys getting Javonte Williams. And I said, dude, Javonte Williams averaged 3.6 yards per carry 2 years ago and 3.7 yards per carry last year. That sucks. I mean, that is Zeke Elliott. Poor production sucks. I was like, this is like a washed-up Zeke Elliott coming in. And he's like, dude, just calm down, man. We have to give up some excitement, right? The running back core got worse. And I'm not to say that Rico Dowdle was like the greatest running back of all time. He just wasn't ass. He was
Yeah.
He was wasn't ass. He was just But they got worse in the running back department. Cowboys not picking up any free agents, pulling off some late round trades. Maybe this is what Jerry Jones talked about when he said, selectively aggressive. They've made more moves this year than they did last year. I think that the team, in some respects, has gotten better. Like that Elam pick, that wasn't a bust, okay?
Yeah.
He's a good player. The guy they got from the Titans, yet to be seen.
Like we got an incoming chat here that I'm going to read on screen from Jesse. He says, as a Chargers fan, I can tell you Kenneth Murray is booty cheeks.
That's the one I was saying that's kind of up in the air. But Elam is pretty good, dude. Elam picked off Mahomes one time, and really not a lot of people pick off Mahomes, that's for sure.
I look at that. Sam Salinas says Cowboys also lost Tank Lawrence to Seattle.
Cowboys, as of right now, are a 6-win team, dude.
God, Mike, I don't even know if they're that, dude. I don't even know if they're that. I think we're being generous right now. You know what I think is going to happen with this Cowboys team next season is they're going to be so bad, man. They're going to have a high lottery pick, a very lottery pick. I don't see a scenario where this team even is close to sniffing 6 wins with the currently constructed. It ain't going to happen. They lost McCarthy. They got a new head coach that is unproven. There's a lot of question marks, a lot of variables there. I think everything is coming together for the perfect storm. Maybe this could be a 2-win Cowboy team, man.
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. And then they'd mess up the pick, right? Tank.
Yep.
You can't tank for Arch yet because he's not coming out for 2 years. Hey, did you see that Adam Schefter lashed out at Aaron Rodgers?
God, no, I didn't see that.
For being a diva bitch again. Aaron Rodgers doing it again. Like, I don't know who I'm gonna join. The Steelers want me, the Giants want me. I don't know who I want to be with.
And
Adam Schefter is out there on ESPN going, just pick an effing team, dude. Just to paraphrase, just pick an effing team. You know who you're gonna go with. Don't make it sound like it's like up in the air that you have to go think about it. You have to go into some cave and talk to the wind and talk to the trees. Just pick a fucking team and go on, man.
LeBron,
God, I hate Aaron Rodgers. I hate Aaron Rodgers with a passion, dude. Hate him.
What do you want him to be? You want him to be gone from the NFL?
Yeah. So New York Post is reporting that the ESPN insider Adam Schefter is venting some frustration that Aaron Rodgers' free agency process has dragged on to the 4th day. Schefter says, to me, this shouldn't be hard, right?
Go with the Steelers, Aaron. Just quit your whining. Quit your
bitch. Says Steelers want you, Giants want you. We're seeing players across the league make decisions, and you are holding up a team.
Who does he have a better chance of having, let's say, better targets on? Giants or Steelers?
Steelers.
It's a no-brainer, bro.
It's a no-brainer. You got Pickens. They picked up another wide receiver in DK Metcalf last week. He's got a decent running game.
He's got a decent line to protect him.
He's got Steeler Nation behind him. I mean, that's a great fan base. That's all they do is win, right?
Yeah.
How many winning records in a row does Mike Tomlin have? It's like 2 decades running straight.
Yeah, and the guy's a genius when it comes to that, man. Come on, Aaron.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to that poverty-ass franchise, the Giants? Come on, dude. Go with the Steelers. It's not a hard decision, man. Really, at the end of the day, it's not.
It really isn't. But he's gonna sit there and hem and haw because he's a freaking diva, dude.
He's gonna wait till Pat McAfee gets him on the show again. All right, why don't you tell us who you're gonna join? Steelers, Well, I went on my ayahuasca trip and I came back out and I had this vision and it said Steelers. Like, Aaron, shut the F up, dude. Have you seen that show, that documentary he has on Netflix? I try to watch it, dude. I went through try to get through half an episode and I was like, yeah, I'm out. It was bad.
Cowboy fans are all excited right now in the chat about Peyton Turner being signed by the Cowboys. Peyton Turner was a former first-round draft pick for the New Orleans Saints. I believe it was like the 2021 defensive end. Played for the University of Houston. You want to know what I think about Peyton Turner? I'm a Saints fan, right? His name never comes up. He's not Cam Jordan. You know, he's not a stud. He's not Honey Badger and all these defensive players that the Saints have had. He's just a dude, man. 4 seasons, he has 4 sacks. He's just all right, dude. I mean,
Turner is a bust, Mexican Junior.
well, I mean, he's played, what, 19, 17, so 36 games he's played. He has 4 sacks.
So what are the Cowboys doing? Picking up just a bunch of dudes?
Sam Salita says Mike is glad Peyton Turner is gone.
Gone. You know, we need to go ahead and do that, Mike. We should go and get some matching Spurs jerseys, from, custom from the Spurs shop there. And just on the back, just to play safe for the next 5 years, just put the name "Gone" on the back. I mean, there you go. Because that's what's going to happen with half the team. Where are they? Gone.
So who do you think is winning free agency right now, Joe? And you have to include the trade. I think the Bears are winning.
I think the Bears have done some really good things in the offseason. Texans are getting some, role players to kind of shore up what they have already going over there. So they're doing a decent job as well. The ones that aren't doing anything worth a damn are the Cowboys. They're just getting a bunch of dudes.
Well, Yahoo Sports has released this morning letter grades of what everyone has done during the NFL free agency period. And I'm going to go team by team. Arizona, they've given a B. Atlanta Falcons, a D.
Jeez.
Ravens, a C. Bills, a C. Panthers, a B. Chicago Bears, an A. Because of what they've done with trades and whatnot. Joe Thuney, now part of the team as an offensive guard. Getting Jonah Jackson on the offensive line as well. They give no grade to the Bengals. They give the Browns a C. They give the Dallas Cowboys a D minus.
God. A D for Big D. There you go, man. A D
It
minus.
says the best thing they've done is extending defensive tackle Osa. But it says everything else that they've done has been just basura.
I'm telling you, man, what's going to happen with Cowboy fans? You got to prepare yourself. This is a 2-win team, man. I'm telling you. You heard it here first.
Yes, Cowboys re-signed Cavante Turpin to a deal. I mean, all right, whatever. Broncos have a B, Lions a C, Packers a C minus. The Houston Texans given an F, according to Yahoo Sports. It says why the Texans' biggest need by far was offensive line, and they traded their two starting offensive linemen. The O-line issues overshadow everything else. Colts a D plus, Jaguars a B. The Chiefs got an A minus. That's exactly what we need, right? And more Chiefs.
Yeah.
Good moves. Who did the Chiefs pick up? Let me see here. They restructured Patrick Mahomes' deal and Chris Jones' deal. They picked up Hollywood Brown as a re-sign. Oh, they got Elijah Mitchell. Nice. It's a good running back, dude. I mean, he has potential. Raiders got a grade of a B. The Chargers a D. The Rams a B. The Dolphins a C minus. The Minnesota Vikings an A, Joe.
Yeah.
The Patriots an A minus. The Saints an F. You want to talk about a team that hasn't done anything? The Saints restructured a deal with Nathan Shepard, and then they re-signed Chase Young, rather. That's all they've done. Other grades: Giants a D, Jets a D, Eagles a D, Steelers incomplete, Niners an F. Dude, the Niners window's gone, dude.
Yeah,
the Niners have lost so many players. Deebo Samuel traded to Washington.
Yeah, that Niners team is going to be a mediocre team. It's going to be hard pressed for them to make even the wild card, Mike. It's going to be rough for them, man.
Look at the Commanders. Washington Commanders got an A minus grade right now. They traded for Deebo Samuel. Dude, you're telling me that Jaden Daniels now has Deebo Samuel to play with? They traded for offensive tackle Laramie Tunsil. They re-signed Bobby Wagner. They re-signed Zach Ertz.
What happened with this Commanders team, dude? Even 2 seasons ago, they were a laughing stock, and look at them now. And you know what's going to be worse? The Eagles, they just got rid of a shit ton of guys. So what does that do for the Commanders? It leaves that window open, the window of opportunity for them to actually win the NFC East and move on. You know, they were already a decent enough team. How much further do you think they're going to go this season if they make the playoffs again?
Yeah. The Cowboys are further and further behind.
Yeah. 49ers better than the Cowboys and Saints. Well, better than the Cowboys, yeah. Saints, I don't know. You have to leave that up to Mike.
But very, very nice. Hey, fellas, it is my birthday. 48 years old, Joe. 48 years old. And as a birthday gift, give me a call. Send me a referral. Become my client. 210-508-0369. 210-508-0369. I have a lot of clients who have been very concerned about their investments. I do retirement planning. I do life insurance, disability, long-term care, things like that, benefits for companies and whatnot. And my clients are freaking out about their investments, and I keep telling them, think like a firefighter. When everyone's running out of the market, run into the market, because you buy the dips, right? You buy the dips, you put more money into it. So I went around yesterday, Joe.
Yeah.
Met with a couple of clients, and I started buying them their, I started encouraging them to invest, and they started doing more.
What you tell them, buy low right now since the
Yeah.
market is down. Go ahead and go ahead and buy. It's a buyer's market right now with the, stock market and disarray the way it is, so go ahead and take advantage of it.
Market down more than 1% today. S&P at 55.40. It was at 61.44 the other day. So we are now in that 10% correction territory, Joe. I don't know, dude. Trade wars suck, man. No one ever wins a trade war, man. No one ever wins a trade war. And I'm sorry, man. There's no rhyme or reason to what is going on out there. But all I know is that the market tends to go upwards over time. So that's basically it, man. That's what we do. Big Sean PD saying, "What's up, old man?" He also asked the question about Derek Carr, and is Derek Carr going to be the starter for the Saints this year? And it looks like Kellen Moore wants to see what he can do with Derek, man. Got one more year. Hooper Flash saying I look like 25.
Sam Felinas,
I do have all my hair, Joe, and it's all black. I've got one hair right here that's really long and white. I named it after Chica.
Oh, God.
That's my Francesca hair right there.
Francesca.
Or as you like to say, Francesca.
Francesca. She asked me to. She goes, "Why do you say my name like that?" I said, "I don't know. I just like church it up. It seems like it has more, I don't know, je ne sais quoi say, or whatever you say it when you say Francesca, right?
Exactly.
Instead of Francesca.
Very, very nice, man. What do you got going on this week for spring break? Are your kids off this week?
Everybody's been off. They're going, they're in college and whatnot. So they've been off. They've been enjoying themselves, doing some stuff here and there. Yesterday they went downtown to hang out for a bit. I don't know what they have planned for today, but I'm sure it's spending more of my money. It's something fun. The kids are like, "Hey, I want to go to Holy Moly downtown, or Main Event, or go check out something else, or go to the mall or whatnot." They were talking about going to Fiesta, Texas. I don't know if they're going to plan to go there. They go to SeaWorld or something, but they're definitely going to do something today. I already had breakfast early this morning with my daughter, so that was a good thing. She woke up and she's like, "Hey, Dad, let's get something to eat." All right, let's go get something to eat, baby girl. So we had that before we did the show. But I don't know, man. On the weekend, I don't know. I'm going to be doing something. I'm going to go out and have dinner and probably go watch a movie on Saturday. So that's going to be fun. I'm actually going to go watch that film Black Bag.
Oh, really? I heard good things about that movie.
Yeah, that one looks really, really good, dude. I'll let you know how it is, but I'm going to go see that one on Saturday.
My kids are with me in Conroe right now. Gabby's taking a couple of days off from work. Ava's here with me. We're probably going to go hit up a museum tomorrow. Nice. Tonight for my birthday, there's a Mexican restaurant in the Woodlands that we like to go to. It reminds me of like Papacitos, but it's not Papacitos. It's like very similar. Fajitas there are amazing, dude. They're very, very, very good. So
how are the drinks?
I'm looking. Oh, the mango margarita knocked me the F out last time. But I've been doing the low carb thing again, Joe. I got a little puffy.
Oh, the love weight.
Dude, it's the drinking, dude. It's too much drinking over the last couple of weeks
The
because
sugar, man.
Chica and I have been going out, man. We go to casinos and we're going out to different places. And I just told her, I said, I feel puffy, So I've done low carb the last 3 days. I feel a little bit better. I kind of feel the puffiness going down, the swelling going down.
You need to sweat it out, Mike. You know what? Go into the sauna. Go for a walk with Chica or something, man.
Yeah, well, I did a 3.25-mile walk a couple of days ago. I'll do another one today. The weather's getting better now. We can't say that's part of it, Joe, is that I was really into the walking every day. We're going for a jog every day. But then we did the half marathon, and then referee season ended, and then it was just too cold or too rainy to go do anything like that.
Yeah.
But the weather's getting better, so I need to get back up at it. Jason Garcia, jackass, saying, "You always look puffy. You look fluffy."
That sugar turns into fat. That's what they're saying. Mario Cavazos asking me, Joe, when is your birthday? Soon, right? Yeah, I was thinking about it. One of my friends, one of my best friends, Ed Luna, he said, hey, man, they're going to have this concert that he has an extra ticket to on the 29th of March. But the more I think about it, it's like, do I want to go to a concert for a band I really don't care about? Or do I want to go ahead and spend it with the gente? I think I'm going to spend it with the gente, man. I'm going to tell Ed, I appreciate the sentiment, brother, but I'm going to go ahead and decline that ticket. And I'm going to set something up. Like I was saying, maybe we can all hang out. I don't know if you'll be in town or not, Mike, on the 29th of March.
Yeah.
Celebrate my birthday, with the people.
Very, very nice. I am going to be out in the Gulf of Mexico over the weekend, Saturday morning, 4 a.m., taking off to Galveston. Going to get on a boat for 8 hours and go fishing. Am I going to bait my hook?
No.
Hell no.
Are you going to take the fish off the hook? No. Are you going to fillet that fish? Hell no.
But I'm going to hold the rod. Francesca just texted me.
I'm telling you, they're downriggers now, Mike. So they just push a button and it drops the line. You don't even have to do anything with the fish. You just push a button, it reels it up for you.
Sam Salinas reminding us that there's a big SEC tournament game today, A&M against UT. JHSB saying, you mean Gulf of America? I ain't going to call it that shit. Mexico was here first.
Gulf of America. America.
Sam Salinas saying that Mike is a masturbator.
Oh, you are. You're
I mastered the baiting process.
You know what?
All of you.
I know damn well that's not something Chica's going to want to do. Get on a boat for 8 hours out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. She's going to say, hell no. Not only no, but hell no. She ain't going out there with you, right, Mike?
No, Chica's going out there with me.
Oh, God, dude.
So did you see this? Go to tmzsports.com.
Let's pull that up here on the X.
Yes, tmz.com and scroll down, or TMZ Sports.
Mm-hmm.
There is a high school track runner is charged with assault and battery for what she did during a race.
Oh.
She took a swing at the other opponent, one of the other runners, with a baton.
They're showing that right there.
High school track runner charged with assault for allegedly hitting a competitor during the race. Let me see that photo again, Joe.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get the actual article. Let's see if they have the video. Here we go. There it is. You can see she's clearly hitting her with the baton, dude.
She's claiming it was all an accident.
No, bro, that ain't no accident. She went pap.
This happened at the state indoor championships in Virginia on a 4x200 meter relay race.
She hit her in the head with the baton and is now facing criminal charges, despite her claims the incident was all just an accident. That don't look like no damn accident, Mike. Let's be honest.
So apparently they bumped arms earlier in the race.
Yeah.
And obviously the hit knocked that girl out of the race. She fell to the ground. Huh. Did you see what happened? I think this is on my Twitter account. Did I repost this? There was a basketball referee that was assaulted in Tennessee. I think it was in Tennessee the other day. Did you see that one?
No.
They had 3 or 4 players and coaches throwing bottles at an official, old man, dude, during a playoff game because the team lost. And they said that the disparity of fouls was too great. I think one team had 8 fouls, the other one had 22 fouls, and they started pelting him with bottles and stuff like that. You can't do that in Texas, dude. That's a felony in Texas.
That is, man.
You go into jail if that happens.
Jeez, man. What's going on with these athletes nowadays, man? It just seems like they're getting a little bit more crazy now when it comes out there and they start retaliating. You know, they're getting more and more like physical with each other. I don't understand the justification behind that. Even like going back into like the 90s, the 80s, early 2000s, you didn't really see a lot of that, you know, except if you're in the NBA and you had that fiasco, the Malice in the Palace.
Yeah.
You know, that was something different.
Remember that guy from that kid from J High School who went?
Oh, the Marbach, the K, the original, the guy that started the K. He had the mullet.
It made Fox News Channel and everything, dude. That was crazy.
He took out the ref, dude. He went and tackled him, man, pretty hard. I got to say too, but he had that weird haircut where it was like all cut, Marbach cut in the front. He had the mullet, the party in the back, dude. Everybody was like, "What kind of haircut is that?"
See what happened at Texas Tech?
What? Oh, I did see what happened with Texas Tech. They had some type of natural gas explosion on the campus, dude. Shut it down.
They shut down the school.
Yeah.
Several buildings at Texas Tech University in Lubbock were evacuated Wednesday night after an explosion in a manhole.
This article is just going from worse to worse, man.
That's crazy, dude.
Look, I'll show the picture of it. They have some pictures here already. I'll put it up. There you go. Everybody can see what happened, man, but wild stuff. They have fire that you can see coming out from the ground.
Oh, that's badass.
That's wild, dude. This is probably taken from some of the students there.
It's probably the most excitement Lubbock has seen in a while.
Yeah, man. I mean, my son's probably going to wind up going there in another year or so.
Oh, yeah. I was waiting for Leah to chime in. Did you see, according to mysa.com, reporter Pollyanna Rocha is reporting that San Antonio will get its first combination restaurant. So, you know those combination restaurants you have like Taco Bell with KFC, right? And Pizza Hut, right? Because they're the same company. A combination restaurant that is half Applebee's, half IHOP. So if you go to that restaurant, Joe, does that mean that you can get like a steak on one end, but pancakes on the other?
I guess, dude. That's weird.
That's funny, dude.
That's freaking weird. It's kind of like, what do you call those places? The Brazilian steakhouse. You know how they come and they have that big old cut of meat and they just scrape you off some.
Yeah.
And they put it on your plate. I guess, I mean, could you go ahead and get like pancakes and then just come out, scrape you off some meat? You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm going to have some fajitas tonight.
For your birthday?
I'm going to throw down with some beef fajitas, sizzling fajitas to come by. Going to get some charro beans. I can't do the rice because I'm trying to low carb it. I know charro beans have carbs in it, but that's more of a fiber thing than anything else.
What are you going to drink with it? What are you going to wash it down with? It's your birthday.
Unsweet tea, dude.
Oh, my.
With some lemon.
It's your birthday, bro. Get something like, I don't know, get like a sparkling water maybe and some vodka because the vodka doesn't have a lot of sugar, you know?
Man, dude, I'm going to be in Jamaica in a month and a half. I got to lose like 7 pounds, dude, between now and then.
Because you're going to be, you consider what size over there?
Oh, no, Barbados, 5X. Size 32 is extra large over there, extra large. Bastards.
Don't worry, we got your size here. We got big boy sizes.
And what's funny is that like I don't weigh any more than I normally do. You know, I lost 20 pounds. I've kept them off.
It's just you just gained the weight. You can tell you're heavier.
No, I just feel heavier.
You should weigh yourself.
I feel full. I know. I weigh myself every day. I weighed myself before the show.
So you really did?
The 20 pounds that I lost, and it stayed off. It's just I plateaued. I'm in this range of like 3 to 5 pounds that I just kind of meander around. Since say my carbs aren't the issue, you just have to burn more calories than you intake. That's true. That's very much true. But what carbs do is that the less carbs you have, the less water weight you retain, because in order for you to process carbs, you need more water in your system.
Yeah.
So the less, so if you eat low carb, a lot of what you lose is water weight.
Just go
And
to one of those places. There's a spa. I know there's going to be one over there in Houston.
yeah,
And they go and you get under the laser, right? And they just burn all that fat off of you naturally. You go for a couple of visits and they're going to burn that off. So you're going to be in Speedo shape, for Jamaica, bro.
no, dude, I just want to lose 10 pounds, dude. Just lose 10 pounds.
Go to the laser and just tell them to burn it off, bro.
I don't ever want to be skinny, dude. I really don't. I just want to I just want to look a little bit trimmer, dude. That's it. I've lost 20 pounds. I've kept them off. I just want to lose that 30th pound, dude. Once that happens, dude, I'll celebrate. I'll celebrate.
Oh, what did Sid say? It says you can enjoy your food, man. A man did a study and lost 27 pounds while eating nothing but junk food because it's all about calories in to calorie out. Brother, he goes, carbs bring you energy, but
Oh no! First of all, I'm not doing keto. I'm not doing the whole no carb. I'm doing lower carb, right? I'm doing 1 tortilla instead of 2. I'm doing 1 slice of pizza instead of 3.
yeah.
So I'm not like not having carbs. That's not sustainable. Yesterday I had a late night dinner because I was out working at my house there in San Antonio, and I wanted to have. I lost track of time, and I went to Las Palabras and I got some chicken fajita tacos, but I got them on corn.
There you go.
I said no to the cheese, and I had them on corn. Just a little subtle changes is all I'm doing, and I'm going for the walks, and I'm doing some weightlifting and stuff like that.
Doing some things. Hey, I was going to tell you, man, the thing I'm doing on Saturday, going to dinner, going to movies, got me a date on Saturday. We'll see what happens, dude.
Uh-oh.
All
right, man. So you're going to the movies?
Going to dinner, then go to the movies. I got reservations over at Whiskey Cake, then gonna go see that Black Bag movie over at the Flicks Brew House.
Nice, man. No Lauren Boebert action in the audience, all right?
Little handy.
Make fun of her all she wants, but dude, there was a bill that was proposed, bipartisan bill, that was proposed to lower the to cap interest rates on credit cards.
Yeah.
Right. And it was so funny because you have sometimes every once in a while a Democrat and a Republican will come together to actually do something right. It was Ana Paulina Luna and AOC, right? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, dude, that's the hottest bipartisan bill of all time. because AOC and Luna, she was a former Hooters waitress, for crying out loud.
Jeez, man.
The Luna, right?
Yeah.
They're like, that is the hottest bipartisan bill of all time. And I'm like, okay, first of all, it might be accurate, but the whole idea of capping interest rates at 10% on credit cards has a matching bill in the Senate floor right now to make that happen. And wouldn't it be just like Trump to say no?
No. Oh man, they sent us hold on. I'm gonna show this. This is funny. One of our friends over here, the FTC in San Antonio, he has that kid that we're just talking about from Jay, man. They put him in an SAFC uniform. That's pretty funny, dude. I like that. It's like, leave it to the listeners, man. They're quick with this stuff too, Mike. I don't know how they do everything so fast, but there it is, and it's in all its glory. That's great stuff, man. Great stuff.
Well, I think I'm going to wrap things up. Time for me to do an episode of Locked On Spurs. What did we learn today, Joe? What we learned today, Joe, is the fact that Stefan Castle might not win Rookie of the Year. Yeah. And I'm going to be the big heel. People are going to give me crap. They're going to say that I'm just doing this for clicks or doing this for viewership. But, Joe, I sees it.
No cap intended.
I see it, Joe. Reese Sarchet was the number 1 overall pick in the draft. Number 1 pick. Look at that. See JHNSB saying AOC with the emoji of feeling sick, and then Sam Salinas seems to be a big fan. Congressman Luna's page posted this.
If you think AOC is ugly, you are gay. That's what Mario Camasso says. Oh, God, dude.
I can't speak too much, dude. Can't speak too much, but let's just say that there have been uglier. It's funny because you have all these like congressmen who are all in their 80s and 90s and stuff like that, right? 70s, 80s, and 90s. At least they're young. Jesse A saying AOC is a nugget.
There she is. Yeah, I mean, she ain't bad to look at, Mike. I mean, let's be honest.
I know they try to paint her as she's uneducated, dude. She has 2 degrees.
I mean,
she has 2. Oh, she used to be a bartender. Well, guess what? A lot of people used to be bartenders. She has 2 degrees. Paulina Luna. Look up Paulina Luna.
Yeah, I'll look her up.
I think she was a former Hooters waitress.
Let's see. Let's see here. Oh yeah. I mean, bad to look at either, bro.
Why don't conservatives get mad at her and say, "Oh, well, she's just a Hooters waitress"? Who cares what you did when you were 20?
Leha, AOC can get this diamond hard. Oh God, Sam Salinas, look at them horse teeth. Come on, bro.
JHNSB saying she thinks she's smarter than Elon. Okay, here's the thing let's talk about Elon Musk. What proof do you have that he's smart?
He's a dumbass. He's just a guy that has a lot of money.
He's just a guy who has a lot of money. What proof do we have that Trump is smart? None. He's just a guy that was born with a lot of money.
Exactly, man.
Trump tried to buy the Buffalo Bills back in the 90s, and NFL refused to sell it to him. Why? No verifiable proof that he has any income.
Nope.
Leha, Tulsi can get it too.
Leia's on demon time right now.
And does Boebert complete the Mount Rushmore right now? Is that what it is?
This show, man, the guys in this show, dude, it's like the man show. You know,
Sam Salinas, I'll take Boebert as well.
I'll take Boebert for 100.
Have you seen that guy on TikTok who does like I don't know, he'll say like the moms of NFL quarterbacks, and he'll post he'll be like, this is Dak Prescott's mom, this is whatever, like whoever's mom, and he'll just say smash, pass,
have
smash,
you seen
double smash, triple smash.
Have you seen Luka Doncic's mom?
Oh yeah.
Let's put her on here, dude, because I mean, she ain't half bad, dude. Everybody always every time he posts pictures with his mom, they're like, "Is that his mom?" I'm like, "Damn." Let's go ahead and put a picture of her on here. You tell me what you think, Mike. There it is. Look at Donic's mom, dude. What do you think?
I was not familiar with her game, sir.
You probably got Chica looking over your shoulder. I'm not gonna get you in trouble, brother, but I'm just saying.
So Joe, I'm gonna send you a DM right now.
Yeah.
Of a video I want you to post.
All right, let's check it out.
I sent this to Carolina Teague. I think it was the funniest thing. Because we have a lot of listeners who are really into wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a wrestling move I have never seen before, Joe. I'm 47, now I'm 48 years old. I have never experienced this type of wrestling move. This was on Instagram the other day.
Let me go ahead and post this on here. Oh, hold on. Wrong one.
This was great, dude. Carolina Teague, who does the River City Wrestling announcing, was super excited when I showed her this.
All right.
Off a pogo stick, Joe. Wait, it'll come again.
I'm like, what happened, dude?
He got some ups. He got some ups. Dude, if I was there, I would have gotten so excited about that, Joe.
What if Carolina does that as a finishing move? Oh God, here we go. Here we go.
Mrs. Doncic can get it.
Oh my God.
Everyone talking about Jeannie Buss. She's in her 60s.
Hey,
Owner of the Lakers.
she's not bad looking, Mike.
That's funny, man. That's funny.
Are we going to bring the baddie bracket back?
I was wanting to do a different type of bracket because I think it's kind of funny that most of the people who listen to the show kind of grew up in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
And we have so much great music from the 90s that I think that a lot of people think that the best songs of the 90s are like Smells Like Teen Spirit and all that stuff. But when you go back in time 30 years later, 25, 30 years later, maybe that's not the case. I want to do a musical bracket. I want to pin STP against Nirvana, Pearl Jam against Smashing Pumpkins. I want to pin, Soundgarden against whatever, and come up with like the 64 greatest rock songs of the 90s and have them battle it out against each other.
Look at this, Sam Salinas. Baddie bracket political division has potential.
Well, really, it's only 4, man. It's only 4. Choose your fighter, right? Choose your fighter.
I don't know, man, because they really did like their baddie bracket last year, but we'll see what we'll roll with this.
Yeah, but it got too controversial. People got all pissed off, bent out of shape, and no one knew the rules, man. We had a 58-year-old Salma Hayek win, dude. 58-year-old Salma Hayek is not the hottest woman in Hollywood right now. Dude, I'm sorry.
She's still a nugget.
She's a smoke show. But everyone was like, yeah, but did you see her in Dusk Till Dawn? That was 30 years ago. You guys don't know the rules of this game. It's of 2024. And everyone was like, well, but man, I had a big crush on her growing up. That's not the rules, man. I may as well put in Marilyn Monroe, right? I mean, come on, man. Those are not the rules. Apparently, Deftones are in town. Very nice. Did Mike get canceled?
Did Mike get canceled? They're saying you got canceled because you can't do the baddie bracket now because of Chica.
Oh, maybe there's some truth to it all, but it is what it is.
Mike is more refined now. He is a gentleman.
I am polished.
Oh, hey, but let's be honest, man. Ever since you started hanging around Chica, she's got you a little bit more polished, looking better, and everything.
Oh, I know, nicer clothes and all that stuff. She likes to thrift, man. She says she likes to look bougie on a budget. I love it.
There you go.
But I got to get my Locked On Spurs on right now, man. So everyone have a fun time today. JHNSB says Demon Mike has left the chat.
Yeah, we don't even bring up the Camino Real girls no more. Nothing. I'm like, come on, Mike.
Oh man, the Camino Real girls are they're still going strong, man. They're still going strong. They have that one outfit out there in Austin that is kind of doing the exact same thing as well. That's kind of funny. But everyone have a fantastic day. I got to go back to work. I'm going to do Locked On Spurs and then enjoy my birthday dinner tonight. Photos will be posted on Twitter later on tonight. Everyone have a fantastic day. Yeah. Again, Joe, I'm glad that you're getting help, Joe. Yeah. Glad that you're getting help, dude. That's what it's all about. The show's going to continue, baby.
It's going to continue. Hey, I was going to tell you, it's your birthday, man. Maybe you should put up your Cash App on your X so everybody can send you some money. Birthday drink. Birthday drink, Mike. Come on.
Very nice. How about just send us some super chats?
There you go.
Keep the show going. And we'll have a fantastic day, dude. We'll be back tomorrow.
Laters.